Welcome to Karma Showdown, week 6. Yeah, it's just a normal showdown. So we got the champions on B side, ISG, Sting, and VTG. And the challengers, Marytan Jane, Harris24, and Dad Priest on A side, with a Ryan band and a Black Feather band coming straight up.
It's kind of a meta band, Rhyme and Black Feather being banned out, which you can see very often in our own rank matches. Let's see where they move from here.
Yeah, this does leave Lyra and Saw open. Extremely dominant comp we've seen. Anna being picked A side with Lyra being responded and a pedal B side pick. What do you think about this pedal?
I like the different team's confidence in their pick. It's like, boom, they sure already know what they wanted to get. They probably prepped before the hand. Although pedal being second pick, that's a huge question mark. Although we can see weapon power Petal, she's still fairly squishy and not really a super meta hero at the moment. We shall see. Harish grabbing himself a Reza. That will be very good into Petal because Reza has that, he'll pop the aftershock proc and probably like burst Petal down real quick. So we have to see how they play, see how this goes out.
I think we need a hero that can apply mortal wounds. We do see Dad Priest not picking him in time, so he was hovering over that Vox though, which is probably needed because if Reza can burst, Lyra just heals Petal straight back up to full and negates the whole burst. So if we have mortal wounds, that burst will actually be doing something more than the heal from coming from Lyra. So hopping back in, same band, same draft as I assume.
Should be.
What do you think the last pick of? What do you think the last pick of the champions will be?
Saw is still open for them.
Yeah.
So we have to see. Or they could pick a CP jungler if they want. But if it were me, I reckon they would go with Saw.
Bad Priest was hovering over Vox though. We shall see
what he decides. Mortal wounds would be good into Lara comp, but
Bad Priest seems to be disconnected somewhat. Not sure what's going on here. Technical difficulties.
Yeah, we have to see.
Well, with Black Feather off the tables, because Black Feather's a pretty good pick into Reza. This leaves Reza somewhat unchecked. What do you think's the best pick into Reza at the moment?
I still feel like they can run a Soul Push comp, in all honesty, because they do have that Lyra. And the sustain on Lyra Dispatch is huge, especially with the buff to health items as well as every hero's overall health. So I feel like they can still run that Soul Push comp if they choose to do so. So we have to wait and see.
Bad Priest actually hovering over Saw now.
I'm a bit iffy about this Saw being picked without Lyra.
Rona is also open.
Heal. Yeah. He does have that barrier. He does have that barrier, but he does not have any like other forms of peel.
Yeah, Rona is a very good pick into all three of their heroes, and that gets picked up by VTG. Probably a lane Rona, jungle Petal, I assume.
Yeah.
Very good draft coming out from B-side. I'm favouring that, just straight off, gonna say.
Yeah, I'm favouring B-side as well.
If A side be dominant in the lane and push like really hard, they can actually push out the Rona from lane. So I can see that becoming their win condition. How do you think such a play in order for them to win?
Well, they have to aggress on that Saw before Saw revs up. So if let's say Rona in lane, she has to land her skill shots on Saw, bring her down, and exit with the help of Sting. They should be able to out-sustain that Saw because they have Lyra on their side.
So from what I'm seeing and what I'm hearing, you're saying that the lane is definitely the focal point of the match. So whoever
Yeah,
wins
for
that
sure.
lane will win the
It's
match.
against a Saw lane. The lane will definitely be the main focus because that's where Saw shines. Is his constant ability to pressure the lane with
We
his.
see here typical rotations, farming from back first, so no early aggression from that Saw. Who definitely has the potential to have that early aggression. So,
Have to wait and see. Okay.
do you think the Elder Train will be contested, or do you think it will just go to one side?
We'll probably go over to Team B side, in my opinion, because Saw has very bad synergy in jungle due to his slow movement speed. So he's not able to kite forward, kite back to contest the different objectives. So I will assume Saw will go straight to lane, but we shall see.
Elder Train getting started off by B side, Sting gets rooted, pops a heal just to keep himself healthy. And it does go up to B side, 2v2G, so that's a huge amount of gold to his pocket, especially in this early game. So that's a little bit of an advantage.
Very, very nicely done by Team B. They're able to secure that middle train.
Sting helping out with the clear, it seems like Bad Priest rotating up.
Engage.
So
Okay,
little
no one
bit of
wants to
poke.
pull the trigger just yet.
Yeah.
Have to wait and see.
Mary did use her Vanguard, so that is on cooldown for a little bit, but it's off cooldown now. Both roamers hit level 2, so yeah.
Do note that on the side of Team A, they do not have sustain, so you got to be very careful when they pick their fights. Not so as not to overextend.
ISG rotating up, also in my position. A dive onto Harish.
Very nice shank to reposition himself backwards. Got him out there fairly safely.
Pedal actually starting at the Elder Train again. Bad Priest does notice. Oh, a huge amount of damage coming down. ISG does get the middle train, pops the potion, keeps him very healthy. Sting coming down as well. This is a big turn in the fight. Bad Priest dropping low.
Very good rotation by Sting on his part. Able to keep his jungle off.
A side able to disengage a little bit. But B side still aggressive. Mary pops her potion. Bad Priest getting caught out as well. Now, you also see Harish rotating from the bottom.
He's brought down to quite low.
Bad positioning from Harish, gets caught out completely, uses Shank just to get out of there. That Priest still very low. Whereas VPG now deciding to rotate after his good wave. Harish gets his full stop.
Oh, but he's brought down to fairly low. Team B chase after this.
Potion comes up. That Priest dropping very low, gets basically secures first blood with that pedal. Harish also dropping low from VTG. Two kills so far for Bayside. That's a huge amount of gold coming into their pocket.
Right now they have a 1.2k advantage. The early game momentum is definitely with Team B. And that's very, very bad for a Saw push comp. Usually you want to have that early game advantage, push the push turret as a Saw push. But right now, Team B has the advantage in terms of items and in terms of gold, and they will not be able to push as heavily as they would be able to had they had the advantage.
We also see Sting looking to pick up a Phantom, so not the normal Crucible way, which I think is a smart idea. Not much CC to block except that Gauntlet, so having that Phantom and extra sustain might help more than the extra health and heal from Crucible. How do you think B-side has to play to come back into this?
You mean Team A?
Oh yeah, my bad.
Yeah. Right now, what they have to do is rotate as a 3-man team. Everyone go to lane, while Saw is maintaining the pressure. However, Battery seems to be minding the jungle.
Harish getting caught out using suppressing fire at an interesting time in the lane. No vision in the mustache brush. Cost him his life. Bad priest also got his
That first string brought low. Can he secure it?
No.
It's not quite enough damage, but still.
Turret
Like a
going
turret.
down.
Very
No,
nice.
first turret as well from champions. These champions looking very strong throughout the whole week. Like all weeks that they have been champions. So
I myself have played with them and got my ass whooped.
yeah, their synergy is on point at the moment.
Definitely top notch. Well, that's what you expect from a team that Mubaka coaches, I guess.
Seeing the items, pretty standard. But it should be noted that B-side, both of their carry and jungler and their captain have completed at least a tier 3 item. None of A-side have completed a tier 3 item. It's a huge discrepancy, disparity. I think that's the word.
6 minutes in and it's already a 3k goal lead. That speaks a lot of how Team B is securing objectives and how they're doing well in the team fights.
ATG is also hit level 6. Harish just hit it. So that's a huge power spike for VTG with that Rona. Our bad priest is also hit level 6.
Looks like Goma is being started up by the side of Team B.
Team A doesn't seem to have any vision on it.
Team A doesn't seem to know what's going on. Looks like there will be a free Goma going over to the side Team B.
We do also see Harish pushing. We see Harish pushing the lane, but actually porting back, too scared to push the turret. That is not a place you want to be with Saw. You want to have the confidence in your Roma, in yourself, to be able to push this turret. So, a little bit of fear coming, showing from Team A.
I agree. They're probably being very, very cautious right now because of them losing mech pressure, as well as losing the recent team fights. So, can't really blame them. They lost the game. That's pretty much it.
Also see a bad priest picking up a shadow glass over the
that's
usual,
very bad positioning.
the usual aftershock Storm Guard banner on Reza, so going super bursty, just trying to catch out Petal.
I don't really agree with this first item, Shadow Glass. In all honesty, because it means that
Atlas does not connect, but huge amount of damage coming down on Harish.
Oh, that's a lot of damage.
ISG dropping very low. ISG cost his life. But VTG coming in with 20 breaking point stacks right now. Harish shanks backwards by accident, and VTG secures that kill. Great fight. A-side do manage to pick off Petal, the squishy target, but they just let this Rona stack up, and that's probably why they lost this fight.
Yeah, the Lightning's Rona wreaked havoc by giving her all these kills. Now she's building up her items, and she's a real menace. In fact, breaking out, but BTG is able to safely get out of there.
Speaking about items again, Steam's picked up an Atlas, not a common pick on Lara, but against this Saw, it's definitely a great item to pick up. Also, on this Saw, the Poison Shiv coming out, trying to negate the healing that this Rona has, and the sustain that she's been having in these fights.
This Saw, in my opinion, he needs to get tier 2 boots right now because he's constantly getting caught out by the whole entire Team B, and he will have to be constantly repositioning with the help of at least a tier 2 boots. A tier 1 boots is relatively too slow of a base movement speed to help him reposition, in my opinion.
I will be
Option. Looks like Team B starting up Goman again, and this time it gets spotted out by Team A. They're coming in. Will they be able to secure it?
Maybe just jumping straight in, sword shanks into the wall. Good gauntlet to
Very
peel
nice
further
redness.
away.
Look at the whole bars of teammate. They're all dropping. One.
Must say, even though they A-side at a disadvantage, that gauntlet was pretty good. It completely denied Rona from getting onto that sword, but still can't manage to pick up that fight or take any kills from B-side.
It's like the fight's looking very one-sided right now. Now the goal advantage is stretching to about a 6k goal lead in 10 minutes. Oh my gosh.
There's also a 23 CS difference in lane and a 18 CS difference in jungle. So those are some pretty massive CS differences that also account for the gold disparity.
This does not look good for the side of Team A. For now, since they lost out this early game, they have to protect their objectives a little better, such as the first, second, third. They would want to total and get that sword to farm up, and hopefully try to scale to late game so that they can have like a decent team fight. Because right now they are losing out in terms of items, and it's costing them a lot of team fights. Even despite Mary Jane having that amazing gauntlet, they're still not able to win the team fight over because of their lack of tier 3 items on the side of TK.
Crystal Sentry getting taken down by B-side, just further trying to keep this advantage that they accrued up. Also, 2 atlases being completed now from B-side from BT Team Sting.
It's a very, very interesting place for Mary TJ to be. Very interesting. He did manage to start vision over there, so I guess it's a plus. But this gold mine seems to be going unnoticed. That's our Team A. Looks like another gold mine will be going over to the side of Team B.
Good snare stops anything from being attempted in the steal. Mary taking a bit of damage, down to about 50% now.
Should be able to get out of there, not an issue. Oh, that heal is disgusting.
Also,
Right
Sting seems to be getting an echo, so could be a double heal as well. Thor really needs to pull out his basic attacks just to get apply this mortal wound. The turret does go down. Harish actually suppressing fire while the turret was going down, but managed to get out.
Back freeze on the back lines. Not quite able to find the damage on IFG, but looks like both teams are saying they don't want to push that turret and disengage. Great shot calling from Team B. Very great shot calling from Team B because ISG was somewhere half health during that fight. And if they were to push the turret, it might have been a team fight going over to Team A's side. But instead what they do, they disengage and they focus on taking the objectives in jungle and preventing team side of Team A from scaling any further while maintaining their lead.
B-side able to spend their gold. VTG was actually sitting on like 2.4k and Sting was sitting on 3k gold, so...
Mary Jane, where are you?
Getting caught out.
I'm caught out very badly.
The sentry also did go down before, which allows B-side to be able to go into their jungle and fight.
Team side of Team A can't do anything. They go into their jungle, they aggressed on. All they can do is hug their choke point turret and just take the lane farm. This is
that's
not
really
looking good.
all that they can do.
Right now the gold lead switching to a hefty amount of 8,000 in 15 minutes. That's insane. It shows how much team side of Team B is dominating right now. Looks like another gold mine will be gone over uncontested yet again.
It's another 700-ish gold dispersed across the whole team. So
Mary Jane has to keep vision up. on
Kraken now on the fold. RSG and VTG both buy infusions there, so they're both infused. None of A side is infused.
Free getting caught out should be okay.
They check, uses his ultimate. That portal actually sent VTG out of the area for VTG dropping very low. Oh, but the 565 damage coming out from that first hitter completely burst down Redder. And the heals from Sting also keeping top
Very
off.
nicely done. Very good rotation from Team B. The moment they took down an opponent, they went straight to focus on Kraken. Very nice understanding of the different objectives which they can contest. Very keep up. As expected of our champion team.
This Kraken seems to be going on. Oh, very actually boxing out, but this.
Snare.
Nothing really he wants to commit on. No steals, no plays. So the Kraken going to B side.
This is really not looking good for Team A. They have to take a team fight right now.
So you think that they should take the team fight instead of trying to focus the Kraken, or
no,
which one do you think
first
is
they have
priority?
to get Saul to rev up on the Kraken, and while ISG and Sting and BTG are focused on trying to take down turrets, they should focus on trying to do as much
BTG
damage.
just dropping straight in, getting the
Very nice Atlas by Sting that prevents Saul from doing any kind of damage.
Lyra actually takes down Rezo. She does have a little bit of CP now because she has that clockwork.
Oh, the
Both
damage!
dropping low from the pedal.
Kraken still knocking on their turrets, still very healthy. Oh, very nice Atlas again by
I wish I could shank backwards in the wrong position and the block card falls. This looks like it's going to the game.
Team B got this. And yet again, our champion team is able to maintain their champion spot for how many rows? 4 weeks in a row.
Yeah, I think so. And
Very
they
nicely
sat
done.
on at over 11k gold lead that game. That is insane.
Well done. Congratulations to the side of the champions team. Good try for our challengers. Although they were a bit off the mark, but they did put in their best effort. GG's overall.
Yeah, GG. Okay.